I bet y'all been wondering which weapon is the best and which one's the worst.
No, I haven't!
I swear to Empress Bob, shut up! So, we're moving on from the stillborn-fueled dumpster fire weapons onto the plain old trash tier. I do have to remark that the poll I did about worst weapons, people were less decisive as to which one was the worst one. Sure, torpedoes were high up there, but oddly, weapons that required unlocking of any kind were quite neglected. Probably because you need to unlock them to know about them. So obviously not a lot of you know about many of them, because you don't even bother, and who would blame you? Well, that changes today. As for this tier, all but 2 of them are power play weapons. You see, weapons in the trash tier are not completely useless and can actually kill someone. Well, eventually. But they're still so bad, they woefully lack an upside, and most of them are just plain old, "This game designer was snorting cocaine up a hooker's ass while designing it" levels of gimmickry. So then, multi-cannons. Though I made a pretty good video explaining how developers spent zero effort in making it, which I recommend you take a look afterwards, there will be a link in the description. From objective standpoint, this weapon is basically an extremely limited multi-cannon. That's all. Which also makes it the best of this tier, unfortunately. There literally is no real reason why developers couldn't have just made an AX ammo synthesis as, I don't know, an experimental effect, or synthesis for a normal multi-cannon. But no, lazy hacks don't know how to code or model things, so copy-paste away. Just pitiful. How could anyone be called a developer after releasing something like this? I don't know. You know, it's funny that after my rather impassioned rant about this weapon, I think it generated a rather interesting reputation for the weapon, and you recognize it as such as well. Even so much that this weapon, in the poll I made for the worst weapons, was the top runner. Still, today I'm looking at more objective rankings, I guess. Anyways, then moving on, we have Enforcer Cannon. This basically is a small, fixed multi-cannon only, with more damage per bullet, with lower fire rate and higher bullet speed. Yes, it's a multi-cannon with good benefits, but again, limited just like advanced multis, but in comparison deals less damage even engineered. Plus, only being a small-sized version, not really that many ships would benefit from it. As for most of the ships that have bigger hardpoints, you can just pick up bigger version of a multi-cannon, and that'll do better for most part. Then moving on, we have Containment Missile. It's a gimmick, only catches noobs by surprise, otherwise useless. Flechette Launcher. Oh god! Okay, so this is a purely pirate weapon that is made to disable engines. Its fire mechanic is dogshit, its damage is abysmal, its use non-existent. Oh, and did I mention that this too is a personal narrative weapon? Oh yeah! Hope you enjoy grinding to unlock it! Funny that this weapon is a developer lazy attempt at solving the shield issue. Those that don't know, in Elite Dangerous you have shields and shield boosters. Shield boosters are basically adding a percentage of existing shields to the overall number. And due to that, plus unbalanced and unchecked engineering bonuses, a shield of, let's say, 1500 health can turn into a shield with almost 11,000 health. Without resistance is calculated in. I'm not kidding! It's on a cutter with prismatics, engineered and heavy-duty boosters. It's insane and overpowered. So instead of nerfing boosters or their engineering effects, developers, as the geniuses they are with all the issues in Elite Dangerous, they do not wish to deal with any problems head-on, and instead attempt to scurry around it. Lo and behold, here comes Flechette Launcher, the weapon that goes through shields. Do I need to repeat myself? Devs, you have people on staff that I know are pushing for shield booster engineering nerfs. Please, listen to them. We need hull tanks back. And then moving on, we have Pulse Disruptor, Retributor, and Cyto Scrambler. All 3 laser types, with each fixed only and single type size. Massive downsides and gimmicky at best upsides. And for every single one of them, you need to wait. Yes, not play the game, but wait 4 weeks before you can start even thinking of picking it up. Great design, great gameplay, power play is amazing, and people responsible are geniuses. But seriously though, these 3 are the worst from this weapon tier. In fact, actually the worst one of all of them is Cyto. I mean, the idea is kind of a cool on paper, deal shit tons of damage to the shields and almost none to the hull. It makes for a good pirate intimidation weapon. But then you remember, it's only a small size and has range of 1000 meters. Yep, it's just like mining lance. But then again, at least the fucking mining lance can be used for mining at longer ranges. But this? The fuck is this even good for? Absolutely nothing, say it again! Ha! Come on now! What is Cyto good for? Absolutely nothing, say it again! So that's the trash tier, woefully underperforming and should be put in the flaming garbage can where they belong. Oh, and as for the names for these tiers, see, I don't choose them to be funny, because let's be honest, most of my stuff lots of forum dads call cringe, probably because they lack the ability to feel amusement anymore, but whatever. Still, I name each tier according to what the weapons are, so if they were just bad, I would name the tier as such, but they're not. So here we are. Actually, speaking of that, next up we got the semi-trash weapon tier. Now, that's pretty uplifting, right? Well, okay, if you don't like that, then oh gods. Well, you can learn more about the stillborn fuel dumpster fire weapons too. And I'm totally not judging.